What is going on, guys? This is Sean. We already recorded this, but I just want to give you guys a heads up out of the bottom of my heart that this has a whole bunch of spoilers, even from like the drop. So just be aware if you haven't seen the new Star Wars. So enjoy.
Today's episode of I Have No Clue is proudly brought to you by Enron. Use promo code CLUE when you go to enron.com and get 25% off. We're also brought to you by Stratton Oakmont Investment. If you're looking for great ground level investment on amazing penny stocks with high returns, Stratton Oakmont is the place to be. Go to StrattonOakmont.com and use promo code CLUE in their How'd You Know About Us box. All right, let's get to the show. My name's Dan.
Dan, if we ever did get real sponsors, I'll read them, okay?
Okay.
But my name is Sean.
All right. Collectively, we have no clue
whatsoever.
And however, what we did do is see Star Wars.
And we saw Star Wars.
Now,
Not together.
Not together, and we haven't told each other our feelings yet, because every time I try to bring it up, Sean goes, save it for the podcast. But here we are. What'd you think about Star Wars?
Well, Dan, if I told you how I felt, then I would have to, like, act.
Oh, you don't want to pretend?
I would have to do a dramatic reenactment
of
my feelings towards Star Wars. But I thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it.
Here's honestly how I feel. I do not care. I really don't care.
What does that mean?
Like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. It was a pretty good movie.
It was pretty good.
But I'm just like, really? Like there was so much stuff to me that was stupid. I won't say bad, because like there was nothing really bad about it.
What was stupid?
Rey, like, calling herself a Skywalker.
Yeah, I felt like that was... I felt like there was a lot of stuff that I was like, all right, this is about to happen.
Palpatine.
Called it.
Yeah, Palpatine having a kid.
Who would want to touch that to begin with?
Well, here's what I want to know is, does that kid know that he was, like, Dark Lord Sidious?
That Palpatine was Dark Lord Sidious?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, does his son know?
Oh, yeah, because it was her grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
That would suck.
And can I tell you what I really, really wanted?
What?
So here's what I was watching the movie, and so should we get into spoilers?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's officially, but my dog is just being an R&R right now. But, if you haven't seen Star Wars yet, don't even listen to this.
Yeah, we'll tell you what time to skip to in post. Right, Sean?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll probably forget.
But this is... We probably should have said spoiler warning before we mentioned Rey.
Oh, yeah, dude. We just screwed this entire episode already.
We have no clue. It's in the name.
Yeah. Even in the first episode, we just spoiled like everything that we talked about. Twin Peaks.
Yeah, but I feel okay. But with Twin Peaks, it's at least 20, almost 30. No, almost 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, the first two seasons,
you had time to watch it. But anyway, so full-blown spoiler warning for anything that we mention.
Yes.
That's just for future reference.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about Star Wars.
Okay.
And as the movie was winding down, and she goes and first of all, I'm not mad about this fact, but it is a little irritating. I didn't know the Emperor was still alive, and apparently that's in comics, and in... That's about it, I guess.
Yeah, and in the opening text...
It says it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I probably should have read a comic or something.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. You know?
So was he a clone?
I have no idea. I didn't read that comic, so I don't...
I'm assuming, because they talked about...
Yeah, they're like, oh, they're the only ones that knew about cloning.
Yeah.
So he must have been... My issue isn't that it's just Return of the Jedi, because that's a good movie and I like it, so I'm not mad that there's a Return of the Jedi clone. What I really thought they were going to do is that when Rey went back to Palpatine, was that he was like, "Oh,
I'm sorry, I gotta cut you off.
go ahead."
Did you know that David Lynch was asked to direct Return of the Jedi?
No.
George Lucas saw Eraserhead, and he was like, "Dude, I love this so much. Do you want to direct Return of the Jedi?" He was like, "No, because I don't want it to have an ending."
No, that's a stupid movie. You mean Luke's just a good guy? Come here for great impressions.
I meant to tell you that last episode. I couldn't remember if it was you who told me or the dude I work with. Anyway, what were you saying?
That's crazy that they wanted David.
Yeah, George Lucas.
What? See, that's how directors think. They think that David Lynch directing a Star Wars movie would be.
I'm a master. Have you heard Joe Rogan do the masterclass ad? And David Lynch is like the guy who teaches you filmmaking.
No.
Yeah. Like, why? He'll teach you how to make something that doesn't have an ending. Anyway, what pissed you off?
It didn't piss me off, but it was when I realized, it's still a Disney movie. It was when, because in Return of the Jedi, Palpatine kept tempting Luke to the dark side. Mm-hmm. He kept like being like, "Oh, all your friends are dying. If you kill me, it all ends," you know?
And since you can't see it, Dan was just making cat claws.
Yeah, he was coining him over to the dark side. And Luke finally snaps and goes to kill Emperor Palpatine, but then Darth Vader blocks it with his lightsaber.
Yeah.
So I wanted so I thought, "Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen. Rey is going to go to Palpatine and he's going to infuriate her to the point where she kills him, goes to the dark side, and Kylo redeems himself by, killing Rey, who's now gone dark side. That's why it's called The Rise of Skywalker, because he's Ben Solo again, And I was like, that'll be fantastic.
That's what I thought.
The literal exact opposite happened. The literal she just blocked the lightning, and that was it. Palpatine's dead.
I'm confused.
And now
because that's what Palpatine wanted. He was like, "You're gonna kill me, and I'm gonna take over your mind." Blah blah blah. And then it was like J.J. Abrams completely forgot that was said.
She killed him in a light side way, Sean. She was blocking lightning, and he happened to die.
She pushed it back at him.
I know. And also, her using Force lightning was never brought up again.
Yeah.
And also, tons of people can use Force lightning. So
that's what I was thinking.
So her using it is not what I thought that was. It was going to be foreshadowing for her going dark side. Yeah. Because tons of characters use Force lightning.
Well, that's probably what they wanted to do, was like be like, "Oh, she's going to
gonna
go bad."
But instead, they're like, "Oh, she's a Palpatine," and it's like, "Oh, no fanfare, no." It's just like, that's who you are. And I was like, "Oh, that's a kind of cool twist." If we didn't see that shit coming last movie.
I didn't.
That's what everybody was predicting for the last movie, was that Rey was going to be a Palpatine. Yeah, a lot of people.
I gotta get on the internet more.
Yeah, I mean, it was like fringy Star Wars people. It wasn't like George Lucas was coming out like, "Oh, my guess is that."
Dude, the one thing, it just made me want to play the new Star Wars game like that much more.
Oh, just seeing it?
Yeah. I thought it was cool that they brought the Death Star. Like, I feel like...
I'm so sick of every movie having a Death Star, though.
I know. But I feel like this... They wanted to, like, bring closure.
Like, full circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I feel like they did a good job with that. See, besides the fact that Ben just disappeared.
Did he die? No, he was like, "Luke, he's one with the Force now." Then how come he wasn't a Force ghost?
Or was he?
He wasn't.
Or was he?
He wasn't. We weren't shown him as a Force ghost. We only saw Luke and Leia as Force ghosts. Okay, here's something that I loved, was her when she got knocked down, hearing all the voices. And you heard Ahsoka Tano's.
Samuel Jackson.
Right. Everybody was there. That was amazing.
And that's like what I was saying. Like,
Right.
I feel like J.J. Abrams really did a good job of just bringing it full circle.
No.
No?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Well, how did he bring it full circle aside from the voices in her head?
He brought closure for all of the old characters and bringing like the trilogy to an end.
See, I feel like this trilogy was pointless. I feel like nothing was really accomplished.
Well, I feel like it would have been okay as long as... Oh, who the fuck spells Ryan R-I-O-N? There is an A-N.
It's A-N. Ryan Johnson.
First of all, if I saw that dude's name on the resume, I would be like...
Ryan?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, I don't fully blame him, although I blame a lot. He gets a lot of the blame.
Yeah.
I just feel like Disney got way too greedy in trying to create.
No.
Like imagine if they adapted the Legends books. Like there's a whole canon that goes on.
Did you watch?
The
Mandalorian that came out on Wednesday before Star Wars dropped.
Which episode is it?
I think it's 7.
I haven't seen 7. I saw the one with Bill Bah. That's the newest one I've seen.
Well, because...
And I don't have Disney Plus anymore.
Dude, you don't have it anymore?
No, because the person I was stealing it from doesn't have it anymore.
What the fuck, Dan? No, you need to...
I wasn't stealing. They told me I could use it. Okay,
you need to watch that. And there was a whole bunch of rumors that they were releasing it early because it was setting up something for the new movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I saw that was set up was the fact that they can heal with the Force now.
Yeah, but that's always been a thing.
I didn't know that.
Force healing. I feel like I wasn't shocked by that. I was like, oh yeah, of course.
It makes sense.
You use the living force.
They're superhumans.
Right.
But no, and I feel like that was the only thing that was set up. You need to watch that episode though, because it was crazy.
I guess like so Palpatine zapped the connection that was because he realized that the Force is like stronger between relationships.
Yeah.
Is that what he realized?
I think
and so he was able to pull the energy or the Force, I guess, from their relationship.
Yeah.
And like become unlimited power. I'm so glad that he said do it. I was overjoyed by that. That was my favorite part of the movie.
I just want to know what happened to his fingers.
I think they got shocked. They got hurt somehow.
Like he was like half off.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's so much. Okay, I loved that he was like connected to a machine thing.
Like the Matrix.
I loved that. That was really cool. He was
on life support.
There was a lot of stuff in this movie that was cool.
Yeah.
But that
world was very scary. It was like Ecuador.
Endor.
Is that the Sith place?
Oh, no.
Elixir or whatever it was called.
It's called. I forgot that they were only on Endor for a little bit. Oh, Exegult.
Exegult, yeah.
Exegult. And I'm finally glad they're talking about places outside the Outer Rim. I love that. I think that that's really cool.
No, that's another John Boy movie.
Outer Rim?
Yeah.
Oh, John Boyega?
Yeah, I just call him John Boy.
But anyway, I thought Exegult was pretty cool. Exegult was really cool. I love that he was in some giant pyramid-looking thing.
I want to know who all those weird people were in the stands.
I think those were ghosts.
Did they destroy that planet?
They didn't destroy the planet, but they destroyed the fleet.
And like that huge temple that they were in.
Also, it was so obvious that that 1 million people were going to come and save the day. It was so cliche, obvious. I know.
That's cliche superhero movie.
I know, but like Disney just did it.
With Marvel.
Marvel. So can we please like think of something new? I loved Lando. I love seeing Lando.
Yeah.
It
would have been better if it was Donald Glover. I'm just kidding.
Everything's better with Donald Glover. I
was surprised Harrison Ford came back.
I was shocked. I was honestly shocked.
I was super shocked.
Because if you think Mark Hamill's grumpy,
Yeah.
You haven't seen Harrison?
Did you know he was like a carpenter before he was an actor?
Mark Hamill?
No, Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I knew that.
Harrison Ford's the man.
He's so, like, he didn't get popular till he was like 40.
He's a legend.
Did you realize that? Like, he did Indiana Jones.
And he was 40?
He was like near his 40s, yeah.
Whatever. I'm just glad he became popular.
I'm glad he's around.
Oh, you know what movie I need to see? What's that one movie he's in? Blade Runner? Is that it?
Yes.
I haven't seen Blade Runner.
That is an amazing movie.
I started watching the newer one.
2048?
Yeah.
Oh, you probably won't understand diddly.
I was very, very confused.
Yeah,
But that's not a new thing.
Blade Runner is fantastic. And the book it's based off is pretty good, too. Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep is by Philip K. Dick.
What?
Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
That's like the song from The Hangover. The tiger dreaming. Anyway, we're just completely off topic now.
Right, but I feel like it's called, why is it called The Rise of Skywalker?
Because she became a Skywalker.
So she just filed for a name change?
Dan, in the galaxy far, far away, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess it was a long time ago. I don't know, man. I just wasn't like... Okay, here's my reaction. It's just, oh, that's how you ended it? You know, like, I think people are going to look back on the sequel trilogy. Okay, here's what's going to happen. Bold prediction. Hot take here. People are going to the Star Wars fans are going to look back on the prequels as being far better than the sequels.
Well, duh.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You know, and the prequels were pretty bad. From, like, an actual, like, filmmaking standpoint.
Are you talking about 4, 5, and 6?
No. The prequels. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. No, they weren't.
Luke. Or I just called
Luke?
Sorry.
I am your father.
Sean.
No. The first one, yeah, it was pretty bad, but... Like, as far as a movie goes...
Attack of the Clones?
No, Attack of the Clones is baller.
I hate sand. It's coarse and rough. It gets everywhere.
That's Attack of the Clones?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad, but I love them. I really love them. And I think that they're... I don't know, man. Just something about...
I don't care. Yoda and Count Dooku's fight, I'll get hyped.
Legendary.
Every
legendary.
time. Every time it comes on, I'll get hyped.
Dude, anytime Duel of the Fates plays, that's the theme from episode 1. The dun, 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 dun,
yeah, that's a dope song.
That's wow, it's amazing.
Star Wars always has like the greatest scores.
And that is something I do have to say, is the newest movie did have very good music. The things... What did I like from this movie? I don't want to be all negative. I actually like what they're doing with... Oh, who's Oscar Isaac's character? Poe Dameron?
That's his name. Yeah, Poe.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with him. Mm-hmm. Where they're like, he's the new Han Solo.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. But I like that he's got friends in low places. Mm-hmm. I love that they were making fun of him for essentially being a drug smuggler. Like, I think that...
The Spice Runner. You were a Spice Runner?
Yeah.
That exchange was probably the greatest exchange on the entire...
Yeah, you were a stormtrooper. You were a junk trader. You want to keep going?
It was great.
No, there was some genuinely good
That
moments.
little hacker guy was my favorite.
Oh,
he was like, hey!
I love C-3PO being like, oh, he is my best friend.
No, my oldest friend.
My oldest friend, yeah.
No, there was some great moments.
Everything... Usually I can't stand C-3PO. Mm-hmm. Usually I'm like, okay, he's only in this movie because he was in A New Hope. If he wasn't in... Like, if R2-D2 wasn't the thing that carried the message for Leia in A New Hope... R2-D2 and C-3PO wouldn't show up in every other movie.
But R2-D, they were basically like Aaron Paul in Breaking Bad. Like they weren't meant to be there, but
they
fans
make it
fell in
so
love
much
with them.
better.
That
it's okay. Oh, what was I about to say? Here's something that I was thinking about as a totally random tangent. So, C-3PO knows that the guy who made him is now Darth Vader, correct?
Yeah, that was... I saw something on Facebook.
So when he meets Luke and he sees Obi-Wan again, does Obi-Wan give him a look like, hey, man, don't talk about the kid's dad? Like, how come C-3PO never spoke up when Obi-Wan was like, oh, your dad was killed by Darth Vader? How come C-3PO didn't go, hold the fuck? What?
Wait, no, that's not what happened. And he's like famous for doing that.
Right. I just thought about that when I was watching A New Hope recently.
I was
like,
really
wait,
point.
both R2-D2 and C-3PO are like in on it.
Yeah.
Which, whatever.
I didn't even think of that. That's a really good point.
Because Anakin built C-3PO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's a point in one of the comics where it like shows... It takes place before... What's the movie where they get put in the trash heap?
A New Hope.
Yeah, it takes place like right before...
Between 3 and 4?
Yeah, where C-3PO is initially taken apart.
Okay.
And
okay.
I guess Vader finds C-3PO's head and like starts to have him put back together. It's supposed to be like one of the initial signs that he's still good.
Oh, but when did he? I guess I need to watch episode 3 again
because
to
they
remind
find.
myself what
I think they find.
No, C-3PO's alive on the Death Star though.
But remember, he's disassembled.
No, he's not.
What's the one where he's disassembled? And like Chewie has him in his backpack, basically just parts.
That's episode 6.
Is it?
Yes. Because they're at Jabba's.
I have no clue.
Because they're at... Wait, no. It's definitely not... No, he's disassembled in episode 5. That's where he's disassembled.
Is it?
I can't remember now. You're putting me on the spot.
I'm sorry.
Someone right now who's listening to this is screaming. They're screaming in their car. Mm-hmm. They're like,
you motherfuckers!
Yeah. Everybody knows this. I can't... Oh, okay. But that makes sense. Well, I don't know. I feel like C-3PO should have said something, though. I feel like he should have been the bigger man.
Well, but at the same time, he couldn't tell them what the Sith writing said. He was like, oh yes, I know exactly what this says.
His memory.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
And maybe Obi-Wan was like, waved his hand.
Well, that doesn't work on droids. It only works on the weak-minded, and droids don't have minds.
I like how they threw that in there, though, when Rey used it. She's like, it's okay that we're here.
I'm so glad.
You're glad that we're here.
I'm so glad that you're here.
This is great.
I'm relieved. I love... Okay, here's something that I really love about the new trilogy, about 7, 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
How the stormtroopers act is so funny to me.
I'm really confused on why they have to start getting like the young from all these planets.
Because that's how the First Order gets soldiers. They don't... So the Republic stopped cloning.
Why?
After...
Was there a recall?
I don't know exactly when, but at some point the Republic stops cloning and starts taking like regular people and just shooting them up with super soldier juice. And then when the First Order becomes a thing, their whole deal, like one of the things they're founded on,
mm-hmm.
If you read the books, this is all explained.
Yeah.
They take the young and
Which books are these? Because I need to read them.
They're horrible books, but if you want to read them, the Aftermath trilogy.
The Aftermath trilogy?
Yeah, by...
It's 3 books?
It's 3 books.
I still gotta read the Darth Bane books.
Read the Darth Bane ones instead. But...
I'll read all of them.
But they, like, take the young and... Like, Finn. Mm-hmm. He was taken as a young child and pretty much reprogrammed to be a soldier.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't... They didn't do very well.
He worked in janitorial services.
Yeah.
But I love how the stormtroopers act in this.
Yeah.
Like when the Knights of Ren walked by and the guy goes, "Whoa, Knights of Ren."
Yeah,
the other guy
one was like, "Goals."
Cool. No, he was like, "Cool."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he said goals.
Either way, that's hilarious. But that's how soldiers act.
Yeah, they're like, wow, what a badass.
Yeah. You know, and I love in the first one when Kylo is like destroying everything in that room with his lightsaber.
Yeah.
And the two of them just slowly walk away. I love the mind trick. I love all the stuff with the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
I think what they did with Captain Phasma is inexcusable.
Who's Captain Phasma?
Exactly.
The spy?
No. Do you remember who she was?
Dan, I don't remember anything.
Oh, yeah,
Are you talking about Silver Surfer?
Yes.
What do you mean? Was she even important?
No. But she was hyped. They wanted to sell toys. They wanted to sell Captain Phasma toys.
Oh.
So they're like, oh, get the new Captain Phasma thing. And everyone was like, oh, wow, Captain Phasma must be like the next, like, second in command or like
was
a big
she even
character.
in this movie?
No, she was
She
killed
died
in the
last one, yeah. I watched the last one, like, I think the other day. And that honestly wasn't that bad of a movie. Wasn't that bad. Keyword, that bad.
Compared to like, okay, if you're going to compare it to a Fast and Furious movie or to the worst Marvel movie, it's not that bad. It's not Spider-Man 3 bad.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. It's not so bad that it's funny. To me, it's bad enough where I'm like, man, I just don't like this. And yes, to settle the arguments on the internet, using a ship in hyperspace that would be a weapon. You could totally do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Star Wars, they talk about making sure you get a clear path.
Yeah.
So that you don't punch through things. So.
When he was like light speed jumping.
That was cool.
In this one.
I like that.
That like made me nervous because he would just come to and be like, oh my God, I almost hit something. I'm like, how the fuck did he know? How did he see that coming? Or was he just literally blowing through everything?
He's a great pilot.
Dan, he's traveling at the speed of light.
I also liked how the hyperspace tracking came back.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was cool. A good bit of continuity. This was not a bad movie, and I'm not trying to tell people not to see it.
I think it was the best out of the three.
Tied for me, sure. I mean, The Force Awakens filled me with hope that Star Wars was going to be in good hands. Because I was like, look, it's a retread, but that's okay. Harrison Ford is dead, but that's okay too.
Why did they not have J.J. Abrams do the second one?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
That made no sense.
Yeah. Rian Johnson is a pretty well-respected filmmaker. His other movies are pretty good.
Like what?
Knives Out. The new one with Daniel Radcliffe.
Knives Out.
Yeah, it's a murder mystery.
With Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah. It just came out.
I don't know.
And I'm not texting. I'm looking up Rian Johnson's
I know.
other
I
movies.
figured that.
Okay, good.
But I don't know. Like I said, I feel like this is
actually,
the best out of them.
I lied. His other movie was Looper.
Looper?
Yeah.
I love Looper. Willis.
That movie made no sense.
I'll have to watch it again.
I mean, it was like fun and a cool idea, but that's about it.
I feel like it was a remake of another movie.
And it was like the first movie to use face changing, you know? They made Joseph Gordon-Levitt look more like Bruce Willis.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they tried. They didn't really succeed, but they tried to make his face more Bruce Willis-y.
I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie in years.
It was. I don't want to say.
I remember
it was a bad
enjoying
movie.
it.
I think calling it bad is a little bit too pointed. It wasn't bad, but it's not. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily worth someone's time. Is how I'd put it.
Understandable.
And with this movie, I'm just with this being the new Star Wars. I don't know. Like I think what really happened was The Last Jedi just sucked the soul out of me.
I don't see how.
It was just so really.
I hated how they did Snoke.
Like, why did any of this happen?
Yeah.
The Resistance is now 15 people on a ship. Why'd you kill Mark Hamill but leave Princess Leia? Oh, but that's because they didn't know. Ooh, yeah.
They didn't know.
They didn't know Carrie Fisher was going to pass away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Duh. I thought they did very well putting her face on.
Well, she was in some of those scenes.
Was she?
Yeah, she shot the most of her scenes. That's why it abruptly went her standing there looking away to her being dead.
Oh.
Those were, I think there was going to be more.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't understand why her body disappeared when Kylo's body or Ben's body disappeared.
Because they got closure.
Yeah, but how'd she know? Because there's not like a heaven, is there, in Star Wars? It's just you become one with the Force.
Yeah.
So she had to wait until her son came back?
She had to make sure he came back to the good side.
Oh, before she left. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll give you that. I just think having Ben die, I think was very dumb. I don't like that at all.
Yeah. I didn't either.
One of
that was
them
very weird.
One of them had to die, and it should have been Rey.
Why? Because she's a girl?
No, because
I know. I'm kidding.
Because what is Kylo Ren's redemption?
That was his redemption.
He kisses her.
He was a bad mamma jamma.
He was a bad mamma
and then
jamma.
he comes back, helps her, and then he's like, "Okay, I can die now."
I love that they used the line when he was talking to his memory of Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that they used the same lines from The Force Awakens.
Did they?
Yeah, where he was like, "I know what to do. I'm just not strong enough to do it." And the things it's the same things that they say to each other on the bridge, essentially.
Okay.
Like they not word for word, but they repeat some of the same lines, and I thought that was a great touch. But
I'll have to rewatch that one.
But again,
too.
what's like?
I feel like they have to go in a complete different direction now.
Oh, now they're done. You're never going to be able to make a main numbered Star Wars movie anymore.
I know.
Which
that's what I'm saying. They need to do like a TV show. They need to actually make that 1313 video game.
Oh, yeah. Give
I'm
it to
really
Respawn.
sad.
Let Respawn make it. Respawn was making 1313?
And they canceled it.
Oh, EA must have canceled it.
After Disney bought them, Lucas's video game stuff also went with them, and they were like, "Okay, EA, here you go." And then they like turned it into a completely different like open world, like you're a pirate.
Yeah.
And then it just stopped. They just stopped.
But Respawn was developing it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Or maybe not Respawn, but
EA was for sure. Yeah, because EA canceled it.
Yeah. They're so stupid. That game looks so good. It looks so...
Every time... That and the game PT. I can never bring myself to watch.
What did you just say?
PT.
PT?
Silent Hill PT.
Oh, dude, people are still going crazy about that game.
It's amazing. And I want to know what Hideo Kojima could have done with Silent Hill. Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro? Are you shitting me?
Yeah, dude. There was like... I was reading articles on it, and he wanted to like... have you opt in to like text messaging, so even when you weren't playing, you would get like a text message. Right. That's crazy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Death Stranding is pretty cool. I haven't played it, but from what I've seen, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I think PT could have been unbelievably good.
I think they need to think of. Is it like officially canceled?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Why did they cancel it?
Did you not hear about what went down between Konami and Hideo Kojima?
Nope.
Okay, well, you know who Hideo Kojima is. Okay, good. I assumed, but he was like in the ground floor for Konami's video games.
Yeah.
Because he made Metal Gear for the NES. And he was like on their... He was either a executive of some kind or on their board or something like that. I have no clue.
Yeah.
So... take everything that I say with a grain of salt. But they had this huge public falling out where like Hideo Kojima wanted to make his stuff and Konami was like, no, we're just going to license out Metal Gear. Stupid. Well, Konami is in a full head spin. Like they have no idea. It's like they're trying to close. But he got fired and then he started Kojima Productions, which is what made Death Stranding. So they canceled PT and they removed it from the PlayStation Store when they canceled it. This was years ago. This was, I want to say, like maybe 2016, 2017.
That's crazy.
That's why The Phantom Pain is unfinished.
It's unfinished?
Yeah, there was supposed to be a whole nother act in The Phantom Pain that made the story a little bit better instead of the shit show that it is.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So I was just going to ask, that's a Konami game?
Yes, The Phantom Pain is a Konami game.
What other Konami games are there? Because they're
Yu-Gi-Oh! Anything Yu-Gi-Oh! Is made by Konami.
Oh. They're a big name.
They were. Now they only do mobile games and do you know what a pachinko machine is?
Yes.
They make pachinko machines. Metal Gear themed.
What the fuck?
And Silent Hill themed.
I just want to know.
They made all the Silent Hill games are all Konami.
So why doesn't Hideo Kojima just buy
Silent Hill?
Yeah.
Because Konami's making pachinko machines with the license.
Well, why doesn't he buy a license?
Because they hate each other and they'll probably charge him like $1 billion. That would be like Dan B. Weiss asking for the Game of Thrones license.
Well, that's just stupid. They need to like work out like a royalty.
Kiss and make up and make PT.
Yeah.
Because that could have been the greatest horror game.
Because there was a modder who got it. So what he did was he changed the code. Because I guess the whole trial thing was based on the guy's footsteps. And once you reach like the end, technically the player falls through the floor.
Yes. Yeah.
But he made it so the character levitated.
Right.
So after he got to the end, he was able to go outside.
Yeah, to no clip through the door and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he like walked around the town, and he was like, I guess it's like never
That's all
ending.
there?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all in the code.
I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people. I saw a video where this guy thinks that Kojima hid messages that he was leaving Konami in the game. And the guy makes a good argument. I can't recreate it because I watched it at like 3 a.m. one night.
Yeah.
But it was
no, but like I guess every building was unique.
I like it.
With like its own details and stuff.
I was so excited. When you got the phone call and you had to say hello into the microphone. Are you kidding me? That would have been amazing. You're telling me that the guy who made it so that if you accelerate your if you change the date in your clock, you can kill a boss in Metal Gear Solid 3. You're telling me that guy was making a horror game?
Yo, Hideo Kojima has the craziest like sense of detail.
He's got the craziest mind I've ever seen. Have you seen anything from Death Stranding?
Yeah, I watched a walkthrough for a little while.
I love that it's a Hideo Kojima fan fiction.
That whole story is fucking crazy.
I just love that he just hired all of his favorite actors.
Yeah.
He hired his 2 favorite directors. He has a really weird thing for Mads Mikkelsen.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy who's like, "Are you okay, baby?"
Oh.
And he plays Galen Erso in Rogue One. The guy who creates the Death Star.
Oh, okay.
That's Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
And Hideo Kojima is... I'm not sure if Hideo Kojima's gay, but if he is, he's gay for Mads Mikkelsen. Because, like, when Mads Mikkelsen's new movie Polar came out on Netflix, Kojima posted about it on Twitter.
Of course he did.
And he was like... And he has 2 Twitters. He has Hideo Kojima and then Hideo Kojima English, which is what I follow, obviously, because I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, such sex appeal. Wonderful eyes. New Mads Mikkelsen movie. So excited." And I'm like, what?
What?
I'm like, okay, man. No, but he really loves movies.
Yeah.
And so that's where he draws his inspiration
Have
from.
you ever played any of the Silent Hill games?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I'm not a big fan of scary games.
I never buy them, but I will watch a playthrough of all of them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spend my money on it.
Yeah.
But I love Layers of Fear is one of my favorite games, and I've never played it.
I've never even heard of it.
It's insane.
Is it a console game or?
I think it's on PC.
Yeah.
That and Outlast. Outlast.
That was free on PlayStation Marketplace.
Yeah, I can't get it because okay. Here's the thing. Here's a deep Dan cut right here.
A deep Dan cut.
One of my primal fears is being chased. And all of my nightmares, I'm being chased, or I'm trying to get somewhere, which is essentially being chased. And that's what all my nightmares are about. So when I watch somebody play Outlast,
palms are sweating.
It was the single like scariest entertainment thing I've ever seen. And I was like, I'm not even playing this game, and I'm having a heart attack.
Have you played? So you haven't played like Evil Within or anything like that?
No, I thought about playing the Evil Within, but I just never got around to it.
I started a playthrough on my gaming channel of it, and I don't even remember how far I got or anything, but that game is scary.
It's a little spooky.
It's a little spooky.
I like the tone kind of.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I don't really remember a lot from it though, but I remember being like, "Oh, this looks cool."
Yeah.
You know?
So did you ever play like the Resident Evil games?
I tried to play 5. Back when that
was so good.
Back when that was the newest one that was out.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like that I couldn't move while I shooted. It was something that just triggered me.
shooted?
Yeah. It was just something that triggered me where I'm like, in real life, you can aim and move.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know.
Horror in general isn't really my thing.
Yeah.
So
me neither. I hate scary movies.
I don't
Except for, have you seen A Quiet Place yet?
No, but I heard they're making a sequel. The teeth. Sorry, man. I gotta watch a lot of stuff.
So do I.
But I like really good horror movies.
A Quiet Place.
Okay.
Watch it today.
I liked...
After you leave here, watch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna text you right now, so you remember.
But like I have a really high standard. Like my favorite horror movie is Halloween.
I've never seen any of the Halloween movies.
Okay, watch the original Halloween.
I know, I got it. It's not right now. It's Christmas time.
I know.
I gotta watch The Grinch. Have you seen the newer Grinch?
The one with is it Benedict Cumberbatch? Yeah,
Mr. Cumberbatch.
No,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's another genre of films I never really particularly cared for.
So you haven't seen the Despicable Me movies, have you?
I meant Christmas movies, but I've seen 75% of the first Despicable Me and half of the second one, and no, I didn't like either.
They're hilarious. Maybe that's because I think I'm a minion deep down.
I don't know. I just can't really get into it.
They're hilarious, dude.
I don't know.
Anyway, back to video games. But
yes.
I know you're a big fan of Dead Space.
Always.
Have you ever played the Fear games?
I did play Dead Space. That I think is the only horror game that I bought.
Have you played the Fear games?
No, but I've wanted to.
Man, oh man. There is one part, I think it's Fear 1. Or Fear 2. Yeah, it was probably Fear 2. That you're just walking down a hallway and then you turn around and the little girl is right behind you. I wasn't playing it. My friend Jeff was. And we lost it. He paused the game through his controller. He was like, I'm not fucking playing this anymore. I'm not fucking doing it.
That's great.
No, I just hate being like... Jump scares are the worst.
That's why I have such a high regard for good horror movies.
Yeah, if you can make a horror movie that
actually
just
scares
creeps you out
yeah.
without having jump scares, I'm like, yeah, that's a good horror movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I hate all the new ones. That's why I hate Conjuring.
Yeah, it's
Annabelle.
Just straight up jump scares.
Right.
And then even if you know it's coming, it still gets me. And I'm like, motherfucker.
I'm very easy to startle.
Yeah.
So startling me is not an achievement at all. Because if you, at our aforementioned shared place of misery that we called a job, Rob would always sneak up behind me and scare me, and I'd be like, "This isn't hard. This is not an accomplishment.
You're not accomplishing anything." Right. On my last day there, I'm still pissed that he fucking blew an air horn in my ear. Dan, I swear to God, I thought I was deaf.
I'm just in the warehouse and I hear, "Burr! Jesus Christ!"
I thought I was deaf. I swear to God. I thought a flashbang went off. I didn't know what was happening. I just felt like an explosion in my ear, and then all I heard was ringing.
And then you hear his deep belly laugh that he'd do when he scared somebody.
Oh my God. That was the worst.
Love it. I love it. I love it when it happens to other people instead of me.
No, it's fucking stupid. But anyway, what are some other games?
Some other good horror games?
Yeah.
I really like Outlast and Layers of Fear. Again, I haven't played them, but they're terrifying. Did you ever see PewDiePie's original videos, like the ones that made him famous? I forget what the game was. He was playing
called.
Outlast.
No, it wasn't Outlast.
Oh, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Yeah.
Did you ever play that?
No.
Me neither. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Aren't you chased by some weird pig-looking thing?
It looked like a rag doll. I don't even know.
Made out of a pig.
I don't know.
Or am I thinking of Saw?
You're thinking of Saw.
I am thinking of Saw.
I didn't even like... Those movies have a crazy story.
The first one, I love. I love the first one.
Yeah.
I love the plot twist. When that theme song is playing, and he slams the door and goes, "Game over." Cinema masterpiece.
It was great. The first one was good.
Then they made 16.
So did you see any of the newer ones?
Oh, yeah. I think the last one I saw was Saw 3D. Is that still considered a new one, or are there even more?
Dan, there's 7 and then a reboot. That's Jigsaw. Who is making the reboot? There's someone making a reboot. I think it's Chris Rock. Chris Rock is directing the reboot. Yeah.
Like the
Chris
difference
Rock.
between black people and N-words, Chris Rock?
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's one of his bits. That's his most famous bit.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, Dan.
No. He has a joke where he goes, the difference between black people and an N-word. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can cut that racist part out.
It wasn't even racist. I just forgot that was a bit.
But he's making it?
Yeah.
I forgot about Jigsaw. I completely forgot about Jigsaw.
I haven't seen it.
Did that even come out?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. It's not a Hulu original.
What is?
That one TV show about that.
The Handmaid's Tale?
No, the Daisy girl who her mom said she was sick and that she was 14, but she was really 30.
Her mom has Munchausen's by proxy. Yeah. Sorry.
Was that English?
Yes, Munchausen's by proxy. Sorry,
Is that a Taco Bell combo?
Right next to the Gordita Crunch?
Yeah.
Okay. So for those who don't know me, my parents are a little bit smarty pants. As we talked about last episode, my dad was a physicist. My mom worked in a psychiatric hospital, so I kind of know the...
She probably got some stories.
Oh, she does. She had a patient who was convinced that she was a member of the royal family.
I feel like that sometimes too. I gotta remind myself, you're not.
You're not. But anyway, so yeah, that's the name of the mental disorder that woman's mom has. Munchausen's by proxy.
Oh, Munchausen's.
Munchausen's by proxy.
Who made that up?
Well,
who comes up with all of these fucking
Munchausen
terms?
did. Because it's Munchausen's disease. It's usually named after the person who discovered it. Or someone who had it, like Lou Gehrig's disease.
Okay.
But, and by proxy means you're doing it to another person. So Munchausen's typically is you somehow poison yourself or something like that to get medical attention. And then, It's like a weird, I think, like OCD or anxiety type mood disorder.
There's some sick fucks in this world.
Yeah. And then Munchausen's by proxy is when you do it usually to your kid.
Yeah.
So that they get medical attention and things like that.
And free trips to Disney and free housing.
Is that what happens in that show?
Yeah, dude.
Oh. See, I don't have...
You know this happened for real, right?
Oh, yeah, it happens.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
No, like it's basically a documentary series.
Yeah.
Dramatized one.
Dude, you know what I'm excited for?
What?
I'm excited for that new movie about Fox News.
Oh, with Margot Robbie?
Yeah, and who else?
I love Margot Robbie.
It's just a cast full of beautiful women.
Yeah.
One of them plays Megyn Kelly. Who plays Megyn Kelly?
I don't know.
Somebody who's a...
I don't know much about it because I feel like all the trailers that they've released are like teaser trailers, and there's like no...
There's no like...
There's no story.
Well, you kind of know the story already.
I don't know the story.
You don't know about all the sexual harassment that happened at Fox News?
What was the dude's name?
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. And Eric Boyling, something dumb like that.
Okay.
He was like supposed to be the next
Bill O'Reilly.
And he turned out to be the next Bill O'Reilly.
All I know, because I know Joe Rogan was talking about it, and Bill O'Reilly paid out like $52 million or something
absurd
like that
amount of money
to keep someone quiet.
Well, because he was like sexually harassing people. Like it wasn't like a borderline case or like oh, that was acceptable in another time. Yeah. Like, no, he was straight up 100%.
People are stupid, dude.
He's a bugger of a person. I don't really care for
bugger of a person.
Yeah.
That's a great term. I'm going to start using that.
It's British. Bugger means fuck. Comes from the word buggery, which meant close off penis and vagina.
Dude, in the Assassin's Creed Origins game,
yes,
their neck is like a derogatory term.
What?
Yeah, like I guess it's Egyptian neck. N-E-K.
And do they mean like the part of your body, or is it like a word?
They said neck, and then it had parentheses damn. But then
so
in
then
another
it doesn't
part,
mean your neck.
No, hold on. And then in another part, someone said neck in another word, and it meant shithead. And I'm just over here like, what is going on?
That happens a lot with foreign languages, though.
Yeah.
Because like...
Yeah, because another one word will mean this, and then with another word...
It's a lot of context.
Yeah.
Like a common...
Do you know any other languages?
I know I can speak Latin.
Fluent?
I mean, no.
Better than the average Sean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know how to...
I can barely speak English.
I can pronounce Latin way better than I can speak it.
Gotcha.
Because I can pronounce it 3 different ways. Because there are 3 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Pig Latin?
No, actually, I don't know how to speak Pig Latin.
Is Pig Latin even like a real thing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. You move nay to the first after every vowel or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can speak Carney.
I always felt like Pig Latin was like something for parents trying to say stuff in front of their kids without them understanding.
That's pretty much what that's what people use it around people who can't, like my brother and I. If Roy and I are at a party, we'll speak Carney to each other.
What the fuck is Carney?
Carney is, all right, here's history time with good old Dan on the I Have No Clue podcast. Okay, so you know pro wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Well, pro wrestling started as a carnival sideshow.
Sounds about right.
And at old school carnivals, they had people that they called marks. Because they'd take a piece of chalk and while they were talking to them, put an X on them.
Yeah.
And that meant they were stupid. It meant that
I would have X's all over me.
They're like, take him to the bottle game because he definitely won't knock them over. Because they're trying to scam you out of your money.
Oh, you know? I get
because this is like old school.
Yeah.
Like
they were doing it without them noticing.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Gotcha.
And what they do is, if you want to confuse the quote unquote marks, you'd speak Carney, which was this language that they developed where you put IZ in between the first and second syllable. So it would be Kizan, Yizu, Spizzy, Kizarni. Is can you speak Carney?
What?
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't have the brain power.
You can't understand this?
Dan, I just told you, I have trouble putting words together to begin with. You want me to put IZ in the second syllable?
No, the first syllable, in between the first and second syllable.
Kizan.
Yazoo. Spizik. Kizarni.
Fuck that.
If there is no second syllable, you put it.
If you tried to say that to me out in public, I'd.
Well, yeah, that's why.
Someone come get this person because they escaped from wherever, the mental hospital
that my mom worked at.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Roy and I will do that if we're trying to fly under the radar. Pretty much, if I'll be like.
Are you trying to dip?
I'll be like, Diz is Yazoo is Wizon Liziv. And he'll be like, Yazess. I'll be like, okay, cool. And then we'll go do our thing. Sometimes I'll accidentally speak Carney because we do it so often. Have you ever seen Boondock Saints?
Yeah.
Roy and I are kind of like that. We're kind of like the brothers. Not without the shooting part.
I would hope so.
But like the weird, quirky relationship where we argue and fight all the time, but then we'll speak foreign languages to each other. We used to speak Latin, just to flex.
Just to flex. Just to flex. That's a hard flex right there.
Yeah, because nobody knows what you're saying. Nobody realizes that you're
What is Latin? Isn't it like a mixture of Spanish and Italian?
No. Latin was what the Romans spoke.
Gotcha.
So all the countries that were conquered by Rome speak a derivative of Latin. Mm-hmm. Spanish, French, and Italian are all...
You know where we should go?
Based off of Latin.
That city in Argentina.
Argentina?
With where all the Nazis escaped.
Oh, Lord, no.
I just want to see what it's like.
What was it called? Something Dignidad. Campanda Dignidad?
Because isn't Argentina like all Spanish-speaking people?
Yes. Except
for the town full of Nazis.
Well, and all the Italians.
Gotcha.
75% of the Italians that left Italy went to Argentina.
Why'd they leave Italy?
The same reason they left Italy to come here.
Because it sucks?
Yeah.
Does it really suck that bad there?
It did. I mean, I wouldn't want to live in Mussolini's Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't sound fun.
No. And then for a while, if you weren't a landowner, you weren't shit. You know? That's why most people came to America, is they could buy land. Because they weren't able... Because only the aristocracy had land and a lot of European countries. Whatever. This is boring. I'm sure everybody fell asleep. How'd we get here? Oh, talking about foreign countries.
When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much,
and
Dan.
Swearing. I know how to swear in a lot of... Well, not a lot, but a handful of languages. I can swear in Spanish. I can now swear in Russian. That's been fun.
That'll help you in the later years to come.
Yeah. And I know one phrase of Pennsylvania Dutch.
Pennsylvania Dutch?
Yeah, what the Amish speak.
Okay.
Ich bin dumme Deutsch.
Do you still pay attention to WWE?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like hardcore?
I mean...
Is John Cena still a thing?
No. He's a part-time wrestler.
He's a part-time wrestler?
Yeah. So he'll show up for WrestleMania or for one of the big shows, but he didn't even really have a...
Is the Big Show alive still?
Oh, yeah. He's lost a lot of weight.
That's crazy.
Like, he's the skinniest he's been since the 90s.
Does Rey Mysterio still wrestle? Like, last time I paid attention...
Yeah, Rey Mysterio started wrestling again. His son wrestles now, too. Dominic.
I think you told me that.
Yeah.
But the last time I paid attention to WWE, even, like, the slightest, was, like, when John Cena was, like, the guy.
When? Which time?
Jean Shorts era.
I say again.
God damn it. I don't know.
There was like over a decade that he was on top.
I know.
So I'm just pushing your buttons.
Dude, the WWE games used to be the best.
They're so bad now.
I know.
They're so bad.
I saw like the review for the latest one.
2K20 was holy crap bad. It was, wait, you guys actually still sold this bad?
Really?
Oh, there were so many glitches.
Oh my god.
Like, if your game is just not fun to play,
yeah.
all right, you did your best.
Yeah.
But to me, when you release a buggy, glitchy mess,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you should have figured that out first. Make the game run.
I feel like they're just like, no one even plays this anymore, so let's just...
Well, they know the marks will buy
drop
it.
it.
They know I could... If you think I can rant about politics, you should see me go at it about wrestling.
No, the best one was it 2008 when they had ECW in it as well? I think it was.
No, it was a lot of them. The one that I had...
2007.
The last one that I bought was SmackDown vs. Raw 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the last game to have ECW. But it was WWECW. It wasn't old school ECW.
I'm talking about like when they first.
Oh, then it had to be 2007.
Yeah. Because
that's when
Bobby Lashley was starting to get big.
Yeah. And that's when they that's right after they did One Night Stand 2006. One of my favorite pay-per-views. Because that's when Rob Van Dam, my favorite wrestler, won the WWE Championship for 16 days. Then he got pulled over and had all of the pot.
All of the pot?
All of the pot.
How much is all of the pot?
He had a lot. He had a lot of pot and a lot of steroids.
Jesus.
Yeah. Him and Sabu.
Isn't that crazy that these guys are just getting roided out?
Now, technically, giant air quotes, there's a wellness policy.
Oh, yeah?
But I think it's one of those things where they go...
Even McMahon... He had to have been doing roids.
The gas. Oh, for sure.
He had to have been doing roids. He was jacked.
I think the biggest case of steroids, of egregious use of steroids, has been The Rock.
Do you think he does steroids?
Dude. He's bigger than he was when he professionally wrestled.
He is massive.
Whatever he's on, give me 2, please.
Yeah. I think he does TRT.
No, he's on HGH. His body is physically bigger.
I thought it was Triple H. Is he still a thing?
He runs NXT.
What's NXT?
It's their okay.
Amateur circle?
No.
Like the G League?
No, it started off as a developmental thing.
Yeah. Until
they started just stealing all the good indie talent. And now it's pretty much like a third brand. So you have SmackDown, Raw, NXT.
Is TNA?
It is somehow still around, yes. But their new competition is AEW.
AEW?
My personal favorite.
I know, I saw your jacket.
Yeah. All Elite Wrestling. It's run by Cody Rhodes. And
he was a horrible wrestler. I hated his character in WWE.
He's really good now.
Is he?
He's really, really good.
I'll just remember when Randy Orton
and he can kicked
both him and his dad in the face.
R.I.P.
Randy Orton used to be
R.I.P. Dusty Rhodes.
Randy Orton used to be is he still a douchebag?
Do you mean his character in real life? The answer is yes.
For both?
Yes. I don't like him.
You don't like him?
I don't like him. He's one of those... Him and Dolph Ziggler are two people who got WWE contracts essentially for life.
Yeah.
And are just wrestling. They're not doing anything.
For shits and giggles?
They're just wrestling. And they're like... And he said the N-word on a Twitch stream recently.
Did he really?
Okay. There's never a reason to say it.
No.
But he didn't say it in a bad way, if that makes sense. He said, hell yeah. Yeah, so he wasn't
he got too hyped?
He wasn't like, those over there. But still, don't say it.
Yeah. So it was one of those situations where he got too hyped. He probably had drinks and thought he was around his friends and
he was on a Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't streaming it, so he probably forgot that it was...
What an idiot.
I don't know. Don't say that word. How about we just...
we just don't say it.
Bada boom. Everything's good. But he's just obnoxious to me. I don't know.
Is Brock Lesnar in the UFC still, or is he in the WWE?
No, he's done with the UFC. He's done with the UFC. They wanted him to fight Daniel Cormier. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, well then you got to take, X time off of wrestling.
Yeah.
You need to be in the...
So he was doing both?
He was thinking about doing both. And you have to...
What a maniac.
You have to be in the USADA testing pool for
Yeah.
X number of days. And WWE was like, or we pay you whatever you want.
And you can just roid it out.
Yeah. Which is... And I don't like Brock Lesnar.
You know?
I've never... Outside of him in the UFC, I've never really seen the appeal. Putting him with Paul Heyman is an excellent idea, because when Brock Lesnar talks for himself, he's pretty dumb.
Okay.
So putting him with the greatest talker in wrestling history, in my opinion, fantastic idea.
Yeah.
But the thing that I can't stand is he's the champion, and if he wrestles for 10 minutes.
That's it?
And it's a squash match.
Like he automatically wins?
Essentially. Like he had a air quotes match against Cain Velasquez, which should have been dope.
Wasn't he a UFC fighter?
Yeah. Cain Velasquez is the one who beat Brock Lesnar for his World Heavyweight Championship.
And they just had like a wash match?
It was horrible. It was one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my life.
What was it? Cain Velasquez's first?
No. Because Cain Velasquez has done Lucha Libre with AAA. He did a Hurricane Rana. But apparently he was injured, and literally Brock just wanted to beat him. He wanted to get one over on him.
What the fuck?
So that they'd be 1-1, and then they can do a match at WrestleMania. Which, okay, cool idea.
Yeah.
But don't sell me the match where it's like, this is it. This is Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar.
But it's not.
But it's not. It was 2 minutes long. They play grappled. Brock Lesnar hit the F5. Match is over.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
That's stupid.
And it was in Saudi Arabia, too. So that had its own.
Did you ever play the TNA video game?
No.
I liked it at first, but then out of nowhere, like in the story mode, it gets ridiculously hard. And I'm just like, I almost threw my controller at the TV at one point. You know what
game is too easy?
What?
UFC 3.
Is it?
Yeah, because Roy just did a creative character
on easy, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know there was difficulties.
Dude, you can, yeah.
Oh, because he's like 23-0.
Yeah, he probably has it on easy, just like I do.
I didn't realize it was on easy.
Because if you probably have it on hard, they probably grapple and put you into submission and like that.
If he gets grappled, he can win.
Yeah,
just because he made his ground and pound ridiculous. But if you're in like a grappling match, he has no idea what to do.
Yeah,
he just knows how to move so that he can punch you.
I like how they made like a mode where it's strictly just stand up, because that's
knockout
the best part.
mode.
That's the best part.
Yeah,
that's the best part.
My favorite thing to do is play against people who don't know UFC fighters. So they'll be like, "Oh, I'm fucking Connor."
Yeah,
and you're like, "Okay, man, go ahead."
Yeah,
I'll be Jorge Masvidal. Go ahead.
And when I bought it, I got the one that has, dude, Jorge Masvidal is a monster.
I love him.
Who's the one that exploded the dude's lip?
Oh, Alistair Overeem got his lip busted open by I shouldn't have done that.
No.
I'm sorry, I just had put in the microphone. I forget who it was. I didn't watch that.
That was disgusting.
It was Alistair Overeem needs to retire.
And the fact that he was smiling after means he's a sick fuck.
The only time he was like on the top of the heat was when he was Ubereem, when he was on steroids. Oh. When he was like, "No, I have TRT exemption." And people are like, "Yeah, but that doesn't mean you get to use as much as you can fit." Him and what's his name? It was Ubereem, and who was the other guy who only fought in Brazil because for the same reason? Oh, what was his name? I don't remember. But Alistair Overeem should retire. He really should. Because
I really want to start following UFC a lot more.
He had a great career in Pride, but every time I see him, I go, "Oh no, he's gonna get killed." Him, BJ Penn, and
didn't BJ Penn just get kicked out for like street fighting? Wasn't that what it was?
Either that or his losses. I mean, he's had like 8 straight losses.
He used to be dope. Like when the first game came out, he was like the guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, for a while he was the guy.
Yeah.
But when you lose it in the fight game, you lose it. You lose it immediately. You know.
That's crazy.
No, but there's some great new guys in the UFC. Jorge Masvidal.
Did John
Israel
Bones Jones
Adesanya
come back?
Oh yeah. He's fighting.
Didn't
again.
he just fight, or is that
He's about
coming
to
up?
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna fight Dominic Reyes. I'm pretty sure.
Isn't he like one of the greatest?
John Jones.
Yeah.
In my mind, he is the greatest.
That's scary.
Like, if he, okay, number one, his first loss is a BS disqualification.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the 12-6 elbow rule is dumb.
Yep.
What he was doing was kind of he wasn't mauling the guy to death.
Yeah.
You know, so, and Steve Mazzagatti was the referee then, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just the worst. So, come on. Make it a no contest. Don't make it a disqualification. But technically, it's in the rules, blah, blah, blah. His steroid problems aside, I think he's still
the greatest.
He still would have won. He still would have won.
Yeah.
Because you don't.
Who is he about to fight?
Who's he gonna fight now?
Yeah.
Dominic Reyes. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But he's just waiting until he goes up to heavyweight.
Isn't he supposed to fight Stylebender?
They're talking shit,
I know.
but they're not gonna fight.
They're not? You don't think so?
Not for a while. Stylebender's a middleweight, so he'd have to go up a weight class. Which, if he does, that is the fight of the century.
Of the century?
I love Stylebender.
Isn't that what we were
much.
supposed to talk about this entire podcast?
Oh, no.
The best stuff of the century?
Well, I was thinking, cut this part out. I was just thinking we go for 2 hours, and then you can cut what you want to cut out. So we can do the top of the decade right now if you want.
All right, let's do the top
All
of the
right,
decade.
top of the decade. Oh, Sean, it is the final days before 2020.
Oh, shit, it is.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Isn't that absolutely insane? Let's run down our picks for top of the decade.
Go for it.
Starting with, who texted me? Oh, you text me.
Yep.
To say,
A Quiet Place.
yeah, okay. All right, we're going to start with the best movie of the decade.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I was going to say that too. When did Inglourious Basterds come out? Not this decade, I assume.
I don't think so.
Inglourious? Nope, 2009.
Yeah.
Just missed
it.
The Hateful Eight definitely, I don't think deserves it.
Yeah, no. I
Once
feel
Upon
like
a
that
Time in
was
Hollywood was handily better.
What are your thoughts on The Hateful Eight? I just want to touch on this real quick.
I thought it was pretty cool. I liked it. Not really anything to write home about.
Yeah.
Cool, good Tarantino movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch the 4-hour extended cut that's on Netflix.
Nope. But I really saw it once. I'm probably going to watch it again. Good movie.
Yeah.
I'm not smart.
Jeff has no idea what Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is. He didn't even hear of it. I was like, dude, it's the fucking greatest movie.
I love it. And I just love, here's what I love. It's what I like to call lived in.
Mm-hmm.
That when you watch that movie, you're tapping into something.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Goodfellas.
Mm-hmm.
No matter who you are.
I love Goodfellas.
When you watch Goodfellas, you're fucking what's going on? Who's earning? That's what you turn into.
You just sound like Sebastian Maniscalco.
I was trying. He was in The Irishman.
I know.
Okay, cool. But
I love how he just plays a douchebag.
he plays a crazy Joe.
Yeah.
But I really think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is the movie of the decade.
I agree.
It was the first thing that came to mind when I thought about it. I love Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite movies. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think it closed out this decade of just superhero movies and remakes.
I still need to see Joker.
I wouldn't call it movie of the decade, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I don't remember if I brought this up, but isn't Joker basically Taxi Driver?
Oh yeah, essentially. It's essentially Taxi Driver. I'm so glad you watched that.
What, Taxi Driver?
Yeah.
I am too.
But I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is my vote for film of the decade.
Okay.
It's just great. Cinematography, great. Story, entertaining. It's funny. Sean had his hand raised.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to bring up earlier was during The Rise of Skywalker, I had a hard time taking Adam Driver seriously because of Logan Lucky.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because of A Marriage Story.
No,
And all the
I
memes
didn't
people
watch
have been
that
making.
fucking movie. Yo, there's a bug on the wall that had me in tears.
You know what made me cry last night?
I didn't even see the movie.
You know, like this video just caught me off guard last night.
What?
It was a girl holding up a piece of meat, and she goes, "Turkey Slurpee," and then inhales and accidentally sucks it into the back of her throat, and she starts coughing. It's just, I'll show it to you after the pod. It just made me die. I just died. But anyway,
so is A Marriage Story top tier movie of the year?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
I've
probably
just
won't
seen the
watch
memes, but I love that.
Even though I love Scarlett Johansson.
And I love Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's the man.
Lance Corporal Adam Driver, you have my heart.
What is
what
is the saying that they say in Logan Lucky? He was like,
Did you just look at me and say cauliflower?
No, cauliflower. That movie is so great.
That movie falls into the... Is that the one where they're like... Where they take everybody hostage? And he's like, we demand...
Yes.
They're like, okay, we couldn't get you Winds of Winter. It isn't out yet.
Yes.
That's bullshit!
Yep.
And you know that's bullshit! We need season 5 or whatever the newest season of Game of Thrones was. They're like, so and so says the Dragon Lady's dead, but he cheated and read the books.
Oh, that's such a great movie.
I love
I need
that.
to watch that again.
I actually just really loved that movie.
It was great.
My family are huge NASCAR fans, so I realized all the NASCAR drivers who make cameos in that movie. Like Trevor Bain is a delivery guy, or not Trevor Bain, what's his name? Ryan Blaney is a delivery guy.
I don't know anything
And,
about NASCAR besides Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt.
Senior or junior?
Both.
Yes. Okay, so that's our movie of the decade. I'm so glad we agreed on that.
Yeah.
Game
Game is going to be hard because I just got back into gaming, like I told you.
Right.
And when did Skyrim come out?
I think this decade.
Because I think that would probably be mine, to be honest. Because I could play that game forever.
Elder Scrolls V Skyrim came out 2011.
I think that'll have to be mine.
All right.
Because I can literally just play that forever
Tight.
and ever.
Tight. Mine is going to be Spec Ops The Line. Because
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure I talked about it last podcast.
I don't think so.
Either way, it's my favorite video game of
I always
all time.
wanted to play that game.
I think that the story is the best video game story ever.
Is it on? Can I play it on PS4?
No, I don't think so. Not on PS4. But it's just great. It's a fun third-person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
The story is insane, and there is a part which will, no matter how hard you think you are.
Is it where the city gets bombed or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was trying to. I didn't know if you knew about it.
I saw.
But
it
you drop white phosphorus on a city, and there's a bunch of civilians,
and you walk through the town.
and you're like, well, not on a city. It's more like a camp.
Yeah.
And you realize that you're one of the bad guys.
Mhm.
It is, and at the end of the game, it's unbelievable. It's mind bending, which I love. I love things where you realize the main character was crazy from the beginning.
I'm gonna have to get like a
It's-
PS. I have to get a PS3 and an Xbox.
You
360.
might be able to find it. Well, do you still have an Xbox One?
No, I sold it.
Okay. I was going to say it might be backwards compatible. But that's my game of the decade because, in my opinion, it's the game of a lifetime.
Okay.
And it came out this decade, so that's it. Album. Here's where we're going to part ways. Can I try and guess yours?
Yeah, go for it.
My Beautiful Dark and Twisted Fantasy.
Yep. Yep.
I knew it immediately.
It's the greatest album of all time.
I knew you.
All time, bro. We're not even going to debate this. I'll get too fired up.
You're already.
I know. I'm
You're
sorry.
yelling at me for
I'm
even
sorry.
insinuating that it wouldn't have been that. Okay. For me, I really don't know because the 2010s was when music changed for me. It was when I realized that music could be...
when music changed for everyone.
Right. It's particularly when I discovered hardcore music and dubstep / EDM.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Are you a dubstep fan?
Huge.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say huge.
Mm-hmm.
I like it whenever it's on. And I like EDM.
Mm-hmm.
I like hard bass. I like new wave.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a type of electronic music. That's just another genre that I like. No, but I like I like electronica. I like Outrun. I like synth. I like...
So are you going to say Yeezus was yours?
No, Yeezus was not mine. I think that if I'm being perfectly honest, it would have to be Resistance, Rise of the Runaways by Crown the Empire. It's a really dope metalcore concept album that I like a lot. Check it out. It's awesome.
I'll check it out. And it's not going to be better than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
No. It's great if you like music with guitars and screaming. I think it's fantastic. Check out Crown the Empire. They're really great. I love them. I've been following them.
I remember you told me to check them out.
Yeah, I made you listen to Retrograde.
Yeah.
Which is a decent album.
I don't remember what it sounded like. I'll have to go through and re-listen to it. But
yeah. So yes, that's me for album.
No, but I think we need to talk about this more.
Okay.
We need to talk about this more because My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is hands down the greatest put together album. It is.
But here's
from top to... Dan, it's the greatest produced album ever.
Okay, you know more about that than I do, so I won't argue. But I'll leave you with this.
Have you listened to the interlude of All of the Lights and Let It Into All of the Lights?
Yes, I have. That was fantastic.
It's the most beautiful. Most beautiful.
I love All of the Lights. I love So Appalled. That's one of
the intro track.
What is that called? I know
Dark
the song.
Fantasy.
Is it called Dark Fantasy?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No, the one where
it has Nicki Minaj who's speaking
like,
at the beginning.
You might think you've pimped the scene.
Can we get much higher? So high. Oh my God.
That's a great song.
Beautiful.
But here's the problem.
Power, one of the most used tracks for trailers.
Okay. Ever. Power is amazing. Power's probably my favorite
man
Kanye
should have
West.
all that power.
That was the first Kanye West song I ever heard. Well, I'd heard Stronger before then, but like Power was the first time I was like, by Kanye West, and I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Listen to us, two white boys talking about rap music. Just kidding, I'm not white.
Monster
is great, but here's the problem. I don't like Runaway.
I can see how some people wouldn't be a fan of it. But it is a great song.
I don't like it.
Understandable.
I just don't like it.
Blame Game. He has Chris Rock.
Okay. Yes. That song is great.
It's a beautiful song.
It might be
the point of the song is so beautiful.
It might be the best Kanye album.
It is the greatest.
Give you that
Kanye album.
I don't know, man. 808 and Heartbreak. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
That was
that one.
Fantastic.
Don't put anyone in their feels. I don't care who it is. I'll have to show you this remix because Kanye put a remix of "Say You Will" on his SoundCloud. And I listened to it in my car, and I started crying. It was the most beautiful thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Because he put choir on it, and oh my God, it was just so beautiful. It was so beautiful.
Okay. You want to move on to artists?
I guess.
Because I have a really controversial pick for artist of the decade.
Metro Boomin?
No.
Oh.
Bruno Mars.
Okay.
He's dominated this decade of music.
He dominates everything.
Right. When did Billionaire come out? That had to be near
be
2010. And I understand that that's not his song, but that's the song that launched him.
Well, even what's the Planes?
Shout out Travis McCoy.
Planes song with B.O.B.
No, not Billionaire Boys Club hoodie.
Beautiful.
With
Is that what it is?
I don't even remember.
I don't even really either. But no, Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars always comes out with jams.
Yeah, and I just love every single one of his songs.
They're like, jams.
Despite
24 karat gold. 24 karat. 24 karat.
Despite my heavy metal headbanging punk rock tendencies, I just love jamming to Bruno Mars.
He makes some good songs.
Or that's what I like.
That's what I like.
That's what I like.
Fire
at night. What else? Locked Out of Heaven. All of Unorthodox Jukebox. Yeah. Just the whole album. Mm-hmm. I really think because he has had unbelievable success.
It's crazy.
And he's set for life off of a couple years of music. Mm-hmm. And his Super Bowl performance was actually
decent,
listenable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's Artist of the Decade. I mean, who else?
Travis Scott. Yep,
Travis Scott got his own Netflix documentary, so he's in contention. I just don't like him, so I can't.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I forgot that you worshipped at the altar.
I'm the reason why Travis Scott is famous.
Shut the fuck up.
I was like the first. I put all of our town on Travis Scott.
Oh yeah, our town, known for its finger on the pulse for the music industry.
Yeah, because of me. No, seriously, I'm the reason why Travis Scott's famous. But
I love that you go. No, seriously, I'm the reason.
Didn't I show you like his old project?
Yeah, you did.
Wasn't it great?
It was pretty good. I just don't like it. To me, it represents the like new gen of rap, which I'm not necessarily down with. I said to me. I didn't say.
But no, he actually has like an art form behind it.
He might.
You can't
the people he associates with don't.
Kanye?
Okay, Kanye, but everybody on Sicko Mode, I detest.
Who's even on Sicko Mode?
Drake. And isn't it somebody else?
Yeah, you said everyone who's on Sicko Mode. Mm-hmm. It's Sway Lee has like 2 bars.
And Sway Lee's not bad.
I love Sway Lee.
I don't detest.
What's their group? What's the group?
Don't look at me. Don't look at me like I know rap music. I just found
I'm
Vince
having
Staples.
The biggest brain fart. Vince Staples, Senorita is the hardest.
I was about to make Summertime 03 album of the year. Then I realized it didn't come out this year. But I found it.
Oh, that's gonna bother me. Oh man, they have great songs, like "Up Like Donald Trump." Mm-hmm.
Up like Donald Trump.
Up like Donald Trump.
Up like. I thought you said
No Flex Zone.
Oh, No Flex Zone.
Yeah,
I hate that
they
song.
Make bangers.
I hate that.
The Beatles song, Black Beatles, a great song.
Wasn't that with Kanye
Gucci
and Paul McCartney?
No.
What was that song then?
That was a song with Kanye, Rihanna, and Paul McCartney.
What was it called?
Only One.
Only One.
You are my only. That was a good song. That was a beautiful song. All right. What do we got?
We got more.
Next?
We got so.
Get me out of here, Derek.
TV show of the decade.
I don't know. I gotta pee though, so talk amongst yourself.
All right. Well, while Sean is taking care of business every day, I'm going to nominate Breaking Bad for show of the year. Or show of the decade. I know technically it didn't start this decade, but the really fantastic, amazing seasons happened in this decade. And I don't know. I think it just totally changed TV. I need to stop saying I don't know when I think. That's a bad habit. But totally, Breaking Bad. In my opinion, it's the greatest TV show ever made. Game of Thrones could have been that, but they ruined it. Maybe it's a tie between if we're looking at TV shows collectively or just season by season. Because the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones were first 4. Yes, the first 4. The first 4 were amazing, but everything else was kind of meh, and then it just got worse and worse and worse. But I think that Breaking Bad, show of the decade. I mean, what's there not to like? Aaron Paul, Bryan Cranston. And this was before we knew Bryan Cranston was good. This was when he was just still the dad from Malcolm in the Middle. And he pulled off the performance of a lifetime selling meth. It's fantastic. People are still discovering it on Netflix. It's amazing. It's the show of the decade. Hopefully Sean agrees when he comes back. Otherwise we'll have another disagreement. But I am totally right, though, about Travis Scott. Don't tell Sean that I said that. But anyway, Breaking Bad, amazingly acted. Well, very well shot. Very, very well shot. I mean, anybody who looks at the crawl space scene and doesn't think of that as beautiful is missing it. When the money flies out?
Are you still talking about Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it's the show of the decade, buddy.
Show of the decade.
I know it technically started.
Twin Peaks: The Return. Show of the decade.
Isn't that just season 3 of Twin Peaks?
Yep.
Well, okay.
It's basically its own show, though, because it's Twin Peaks: The Return. So, dude, you need to watch the movie. You need to. It's not even that long. Don't say I will.
Isn't it like 2 hours long?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I thought it was.
It seems very fast because all of it's enjoyable.
All right. Well, I'll watch it tonight. How about that?
You better promise me.
I will. I'll text you.
Okay. You better, when you get home, watch A Quiet Place because it's a scary movie. You don't want to watch scary movies before night time. No one wants to do that. But no, you need to watch that movie and then move on to season 3 before I kick you in the shin.
Okay. I got shin splints, so I'm definitely gonna have to avoid that.
Why do you have shin splints?
What?
Are you running?
No, but
why?
Why do I have shin splints?
You should start running.
Yeah, but then my shin splints flare up again.
I need take CBD.
I need to find I need to do non-aerobic exercise because my knees are a disaster.
Get an elliptical. Get a Peloton bike.
I actually really want one, but they are so expensive.
They're mad expensive.
Ridiculous.
Take out a mortgage on that bitch.
Dude, that shocked me. This is totally random.
The backlash?
No, but how expensive campers are? Like an RV?
RVs they're basically a mini home.
It blew me away.
How expensive are they? I haven't went shopping for an RV in a long time.
They're insane. Like Dave, I want to say what
you just name drop.
Shit, cut that.
God damn it!
Can you
Dan?
put a beep there?
Beep.
Yeah. I want to say it was like $180,000. Like he's gonna be paying it off for like 30 years. Maybe not 180, but like 100.
I didn't even pay that for my house.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, it's only like the payments are only like they're only like $500 a month, and we all were like, what? That's insane.
For 60 years.
He goes, yeah, for
like 30
for like 30 installments. I was like, what?
30 years?
Or no, not 30 years. It was however many months, and it was like 10 years was how long he was going to be paying it off for. And I was like, 10 years for a freaking camper? Are you shitting me? I'll buy a vacation home.
Yeah.
Legit, I'll buy a shack somewhere, and it'll at least appreciate in value.
It's insane.
It's insane.
Camping's fun though.
I love camping. I love camping, but
I need to go sometime soon.
I'm a cabin or a tent guy.
Yeah, my parents used to always have a camper, which is cool, but
it is what it is.
I won't go tent camping.
See, I'm either like roughing it, or I'm gonna be in a cabin. I don't want the middle ground of a camper.
You want the full camping experience.
I'm like...
You don't want to go to a KOA and have cable, heat, water.
Well, if I was in a cabin in the woods and it had stuff like that,
yeah,
I wouldn't complain. Like my buddy, his family owns a house in a region north of us, and they've got like a really nice farmhouse and a pool and stuff like that. And like that was dope. That was really good. Even though it was like still out in the woods a little bit.
Yeah.
That was dope. But that's, to me, that's like,
I just don't want to go where there's bears.
there aren't bears in the area I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
It's just
because my dog would like see a bear and be like,
"Oh,
friend,
a giant friend." Or maybe her instincts take over. I don't know.
I don't think so.
You used to be a wolf.
Yeah, she's far from a wolf.
Now you're too tuckered out.
But yeah, no, Twin Peaks, dude.
Twin Peaks is for you. This is show of the decade.
Dan,
the one season
I'm telling you.
Okay, I trust
if you love season 1 and 2.
Watch
the movie.
The parts of season 2 I watched.
You need to watch the movie.
Okay, I'll watch the movie.
It just gets better and better.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's just more confusing and confusing.
Is that what better and better is for
yes.
David Lynch? More questions?
Yes.
Okay. Something that I wanted to talk about before we finished was the new Watchmen show, because that just ended.
It ended?
Well,
already?
The season.
Yeah.
The season ended.
Yeah.
And I'm actually really impressed with that they were able to pull it off well.
I heard that they like answer the ending of the movie or give it like a reason. I read an article on
there already was a reason.
Yeah.
But now we kind of hear it from the horse's mouth, which was really Adrian Veidt, who plays Ozymandias, or who he doesn't play Ozymandias.
Was that like the businessman who was really
the smartest man who ever lived was his gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I did what I had to, blah blah blah. And there's a woman who, I mean, we spoiled everything already. There's a woman who pretty much tries to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
in the show?
Yeah. And he's like, no, we can't. And someone was like, well, can't we just talk to her? He's like, no, you're dealing with an unbridled narcissist who will do anything to see themselves have power. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, ooh.
Whoa.
He's kind of had some soul searching about what he did. But I'm really excited for season 2.
I only saw a screenshot, but Dr. Manhattan looks weird in the TV show.
It's because he models himself after a black guy to so that he can fall in love with this woman.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he still is blue glowy, he has that guy's face.
Blue glowy.
Yeah. He still has that guy's face.
Okay.
And probably that man's penis. I don't know. He's naked.
Whoa.
Well, he's naked lot.
Yeah, I think that when I first watched
in
Watchmen,
the show, he's barely naked.
Yeah.
Because he's barely in the show.
Is he really not?
No, but there's a reason.
Are there any Rorschach dead.
Yeah.
He exploded.
What's her name? Silk Spectre is in it.
Is she?
She's great.
Same actress?
No, not from the Zack Snyder movie, no.
Are any of the same actors?
No. It's not based off the Zack Snyder movie at all.
Okay.
It's based solely off
I still need to watch or read the ending of the comic.
I'd watch like a video because if you just heard the ending, you'd go, what?
Okay.
He did what?
Oh, and this 4-hour thing of Twin Peaks that you were telling me about, I asked the dude I work with. He was like, it's cool and all, but it's more like theory of this dude who must have OCD. And he was like, and this is David Lynch's commentary on the state of television these days and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear all that shit for 4 hours.
Hey, I just told you that there was a video.
Did you watch it?
No, because I hadn't watched the show yet.
Oh yeah, good call, Dan. Good call. Oh, I just want you to finish it. I'll be happy for you.
If it means that much to you, I will.
It does. That and A Quiet Place.
Okay.
That's all I ask of you, Dan.
And that other movie.
What other movie?
That other movie about that dick who's stuck on an island.
Oh, you can't call Tom Hanks a dick. For anyone listening, I don't even think we've had any listeners for this podcast, which I'm not even mad about because I'm just having fun with this. But
hey, man, we're going to go viral.
Yeah.
People are going to start saying, I don't even know, man.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
You're talking about that movie about that dick who talks to a volleyball.
Dan hasn't seen Castaway.
I don't like man versus nature movies. The Revenant was the first one that I liked.
I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
I love The Revenant.
Wolf of Wall Street was going to be my second vote for film of the
Me
decade.
too. I can watch that movie I
can watch it every day.
Jeff asked me this question. It was a good question. If you had to pick 2 movies, and they're the only movies you can watch for, I think, a year or 10. I can't remember what he asked me.
Okay.
What would they be?
Wow. Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Just because I like it.
And it's such a great movie.
And I watch it every year. I just somehow every year I find myself watching it.
Such a great movie.
Yeah. And I saw it when I was a kid. There's 1,000 reasons why I like that movie. I'll never forget the day I realized there wasn't an episode 3. I was like a little kid. And I was organizing our movie shelf. Because I was a little kid.
Were you on Adderall?
No. I was just like, just... Because I wanted to put all my movies, well, not my movies, but the movies that I watched on one side and all the stupid adult movies on the other side. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, how's there 5? Where's episode 3? Do I not have episode 3? Then I asked my mom if we could go get it, and she was like, there isn't one. And I was like, what do you mean there isn't one?
What are you talking about?
And then shortly after the trailer came out, and I was like, oh, I knew they were going to make an episode 3.
Did you play the video game that came out for that?
No. I heard it was halfway decent.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Which usually for movie video games is never the case.
Yeah.
Which we talked about last episode.
And I don't know. It was actually really fun. I remember being a kid and I just wanted to come home. I remember I woke up before school and I played it at 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was.
Legend.
Yeah, I was like, I'm playing this,
You're
Mom.
a legend.
She was like, all right, as long as you eat your breakfast.
Yeah, as long as you're
stuff.
ready for school. I don't see why not. Yeah.
Dude, it was great.
So episode 3, for sure. And then, I don't know. There's a lot of movies that I could put. Either Pulp Fiction, because every time I watch Pulp Fiction, I learn something new. Wolf of Wall Street, The Departed.
Oh my God, The Departed.
Yeah, it's amazing. That was the first movie. That was when I realized that there's hope that my sister might be able to appreciate good movies. Because she's always like, whenever she's like, I'm going to see a movie, I'm like, what are you seeing? She's like, Annabelle or Mama or whatever the new shitty horror movie is. And I'm like, Libby, I'm just name dropping all of my siblings. Oops.
Oh, well.
I'm like, girl, sibling. There are so many. And I'm like, okay, just watch this movie. You like police stuff.
Yeah.
Watch this movie called The Departed. It has all of your man crushes in it. So at least you'll like that. And now she quotes it almost daily.
It's a great movie.
Anytime somebody says dearly departed, she goes, departed. I love it. I love that it takes place in Boston. I love that it's about the Irish mob.
Have you seen Catch Me If You Can? Old school Leo movie.
No.
There are so many people in that movie.
Really?
It's crazy.
I love things like that.
No, and that's a great movie. Tom
Okay.
Hanks is in it.
Really?
Yes. There's literally so many people.
This is like a blind spot in my movie.
No, you need to watch
viewing.
that.
Okay.
It's overall, it's just a great movie.
Awesome.
And then it was right before all these people got famous.
Like blew up.
Yeah.
Nice. It's like when you see Johnny Depp on Nightmare on Elm Street. You're like, what?
Like the main character of Grey's Anatomy, Ellen Pompeo or whatever her name is. She's like a flight attendant on it.
I thought the main character in Grey's Anatomy was a dude. Shows how much I know.
God damn it, Dan.
Isn't it that dude who died?
Obviously not. If he's dead.
Oh, I thought they Iron Manned it, where there's a new one.
No.
Oh.
Gray. I forget. Meredith Grey. That's Ellen Pompeo. Grey's
Her name
Anatomy.
is Gray? I thought
Meredith Grey.
I thought the hospital they worked at was called Gray.
She buys it.
Oh. I didn't know that. Learn something new every day.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. What are we doing?
Sorry,
Let's
man.
wrap this up.
Okay.
Did we answer all your questions?
I mean, yeah, but I still haven't said what. I mean, it's Revenge of the Sith, and then probably either a Scorsese or a Tarantino movie.
What other Scorsese movies are there? Is The Departed one of them?
Yeah, Taxi Driver.
Scorsese did that?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure. I want to look that up.
That's a great movie. Yeah, you don't want to be wrong about that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be wrong about the internet. Or I don't want to be wrong when I'm messing with the internet. He did Mean Streets. I'm almost positive he did Taxi Driver.
Taxi Driver was so good.
Yeah. He did do Taxi Driver.
That was a good movie. I'm like I said,
Goodfellas is a Scorsese movie. Casino is a Scorsese movie.
So he does mob movies and that's it.
Essentially. King of Comedy. That's the one my brother always says I need to watch. Silence was good. Gangs of New York was good.
I love Gangs of New York.
It's amazing.
It's a great movie.
I love it.
It's
I love how
5 hours
ridiculous
long,
it is.
but it's so good.
I wish that's how we settled our problems. Was just gang fights in the streets. Scorsese did Shutter Island. I think he produced it. I don't know if he directed it.
Oh man. My 2 movies would probably be Leonardo DiCaprio movies because I love Inception, I love Shutter Island.
Inception is great. I love Christopher Nolan a lot. I'm excited for his new movie. Tenet. Yeah. Have you seen the trailer?
Isn't it Robert Pattinson and
Robert Pattinson's in it and a black gentleman who I can't remember his name.
Is it John Boyega?
No, it's not John Boyega.
Michael B. Jordan?
No.
I saw a picture of it too, and
yeah.
I'm just completely blank. All right, so we had an issue where Audacity crashed, and we almost pooped everywhere.
Yes.
It's great. So we're just gonna wrap this. I'm gonna cut it in a weird place, so you guys are gonna be like, "Did David Lynch edit this?"
The answer is hopefully.
But yeah, so my movies would have been Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and probably Wolf of Wall Street. And on that note, we're going to wrap this up. My name is Sean.
My name is Dan.
And my dog's name is Myrtle.
Just going to learn everybody's name this time.
Yep, name dropping everyone.
All right, have a good day.
We hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.